DoorDash just made possibly some monumental changes to the Dasher program, including autonomous delivery. Doesn't take away Dasher opportunities, but providing possibly more opportunities in other areas of the process and some actual hardware at merchants and restaurants that could make your job easier. My name's Mike. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. And I've brought on our team contributor, Phil, out of the South Dallas, Texas marketplace to talk about this today. And Phil, welcome. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. And thanks for having me.
This is a part of a Dash Forward event. This is directly from DoorDash's support page here. And this was a massive event where they announced several things. Number one, I want to get into possibly getting more orders for you. This is a new DashMart fulfillment service. So, you know, the DashMarts in your marketplace, it's kind of that little warehouse thing. They have supplies, accessories. They do have like some food items. They have a lot of different things there. DoorDash is leveling this up by taking care of even more fulfillment services. That means stocking, shelving, replenishing, and ultimately delivery with you and I as Dashers. So Phil, South Dallas, what are you seeing with DashMarts? Do you like DashMart runs? And would you welcome more DashMart runs with a program like this?
I think it could work out pretty well, especially when partnering with like CVS and Kroger and like Party City. It just brings like a whole new variety of different products. So it could be a good thing, definitely for DoorDash, hopefully for the drivers if it pays well.
Speaking of, do you do a lot of DashMart there?
No, I don't have that in my area. I think it's going to be like more North Dallas, I believe.
Okay, well, let me, chime in there. So DashMart here in Pittsburgh, there's one not too far away. I like it. So you go, it's a little mini warehouse. It's exactly like GoPuff if you've done GoPuff. So they stock like similar stuff. You go there, you pick up the order, but it's in-house by DoorDash. And they just give you the bag and you just deliver it. Fast, efficient. Basically, I've never really waited. I've waited like a few seconds maybe. And it makes sense because it's an internal program. So, what do you think?
It looks like it'd be something that actually is probably going to be here to stay for a while and won't be going away because they're going to have to compete with like Amazon and some of these big players in the game. So they're going to have to do something to step forward and step out.
If you're in a marketplace like Phil, where you haven't really seen it, they might even open more DashMart warehouses.
Yeah, that would be cool. And bring one down to South Dallas. That'd be great. I'd love to go ahead and try that.
Oh, that's fascinating because Amazon folks did the same thing with Amazon Flex. Here in Pittsburgh, they opened up another warehouse because they're expanding. But conversely, GoPuff contracted. GoPuff closed a warehouse. So this is why, you might want to subscribe here. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. Now partnering with Phil, with Dasher Phil. You can check out his channel above or below this video in the collab section there. But turning our attention to the SmartScale. I'm just going to hand this off to you, Phil. Like, have you seen these things in the wild, if you will?
Actually, I actually have witnessed it. And I actually witnessed it in action, as in they were actually caught like they was need another item or so. So that was, I think it was like a KFC or something, and they were need to put like a couple more biscuits or something in there. I was like, oh, it works. So that actually kind of caught me off guard. Like, okay, that actually does work. Another area, I think because I know it first came out with Panera Bread, but I think there's not a Panera Bread around me for like 15, 20 minutes. But the other one was Wendy's. So I usually see them. That's where I witnessed it the most and first, actually. It hadn't been any issues there.
It worked. Well, that's good. I'm sure the company likes hearing that because I've heard these things like don't work sometimes. So what you're looking at, it's an auditing system, basically. So the restaurant puts the items on this SmartScale, and based on what the offer is, it will tell the merchant if it's at weight or not, if it's under, if it's over, if they're missing something, and there's an acceptable range as well. Now, interestingly, this has been shown to reduce missing offer claims by up to 30%. as you as a dasher, I mean, I don't get a ton of these, Phil. It's like there's whole order never arrived. This is just like missing item thing. I guess they kind of take that up to support, but do you think that would the smart scale will help us a little bit?
Well, with their claim of 30%, that sounds really, really good and really help them out. And especially since DoorDash is actually trying to put it up on Dashers to make sure that everything's in the order. This is going to help us out even that much more, saying that it's actually going to work. So hopefully it does continue to work and help us out that much more. So we don't have nothing going against us.
Do you get that audit screen? So you're exactly right, where it has a check mark and an X that says verify the contents of the order. So you do have that.
I do have that.
Yeah. We've even had it where, funny enough, they got rid of this feature like super fast, where it was asking us to go to the merchant, ask them to open the bag, and then confirm as well. That was around for like weeks, and they're like, yeah, everyone hates that. So at least they did like the Dasher audits. And then if it's sealed, you can mark it sealed. But they literally had a thing in there that said, oh, go to the restaurant, ask them to open the bag.
Yeah, they don't want to open that bag for nothing. Because a lot of times, if I do want to do any type of verification, they're all looking at me like, it's in the bag. Whatever's on the receipt, it's in the bag. So it's just like,
oh man, I mean, I'm thinking of like fast casual places like a Chipotle-esque, where the dish has some variance because of the scoop size and this and that. So I'd imagine they're going to have a little bit bigger of a window for the wait here, because like, the scoop of this could be off by a little bit. The scoop of that could be off. You can see right here on the left and the right, there's expected wait. There's a little green section in the middle. I don't hate the idea. I don't hate it. It's just, we're talking tech, and if the tech is going to work properly, right? But there's a small thing that might minimally affect your work as a dasher. I'm being sarcastic here because it is massive. It is the DoorDash Dots and autonomous delivery thing here. Just run with this, Phil. We have an in-house, DoorDash made this. What are your thoughts on this?
Wow, I can think about it in like a couple different aspects. So when I think about an aspect of just DoorDash as a company, yeah, that would be great. And they need to innovate and doing something pretty awesome, and something next level. But then I'm thinking about, if you think about yourself as a customer, and I'm thinking about, is this going to be cold? Is it, how fast is this going to come and get to me? But then I think about me as a dasher, then I'm just like, how much is this actually going to compete and go and get my money?
Again, let's have some fun with this, because that's all we can do right now. I mean, this is here. This is live in the greater Phoenix and Mesa, Arizona marketplaces. So if you have it, let us know. Apply for our contributor program so we can talk about this, because they're using this. All right. This autonomous delivery platform. If you're, oh, what about us? So it says, quote, it's an AI-enabled system designed to match every order with the best delivery method, whether that is you, the dasher, a robot. So that's different. That's a sidewalk robot that they're also partnering with. It's slower than this Dot, a drone, or the most nimble, the fastest. Well, a drone's faster, but you get it. Dot travels at 20 miles an hour. What's your confidence in this, Phil? The AI delivery platform?
Man, I just don't. I'm not too sure how they're going to pull this thing off, really. But if they do, I mean, it's going to be awesome for them. But I'm not too sure about that. I think the drone will definitely help out with getting things probably a little bit faster, because they won't have to like actually worry about like all the things that's in the street that comes into their way. So that might actually work us a little bit better. But the Dot here, what do they say? How the maximum
20 miles an hour.
That's just not very fast. And then you get the weather elements and stuff like that, which makes sense as why they're probably doing this in Phoenix. So
I know. And you can see there, engineered for safety. It's got all kinds of sensors, cameras, and LiDAR. And we can see the drop-off process here with the customer. It's going to be optional, of course. You can prefer a robot. So like, I guess it would go to the algorithm. The algorithm is going to be like, okay, availability, distance, speed, is one even available? And they'll give you the robot if it, matches all of this stuff. This is fascinating. Okay, like you said in the beginning, if we step back and think of this as from the company business side, hey, I like it. It makes complete sense. If it's safe, if it works within a 20 mile per hour, you got to be pretty close to this, thing. It's going to save on cost per delivery. There's a huge R&D and capital investment up front, but this company is thinking long term. Now, other side of this obviously is like, listen, you and I don't want armies of robots, taking 95% of offers. So we can't predict the future. I don't know if that's coming in 20 years. I don't know, capital, regulations, public perception, and stuff like that. But we know tech can move fast. Speaking of the AI delivery platform, yeah, I don't know how confident I am in an AI delivery platform that determines the best person to get it. Let's go into this. Let's go into the biggest concerns here. My biggest concern, of course, like imagine this comes to Pittsburgh. Yeah, forget it in the snow, at least the way that it's equipped now. And you're in Dallas. Like you might get this. You're gonna get this sooner than me, probably.
Actually, I was in downtown Dallas just like a week or so ago, and I already saw a certain like a food delivery bot. It wasn't this one, but there's another one. I'm like, oh my gosh. So
as a courier, folks, listen. I mean, we can always look longitudinally. Let's focus on the now. Let's focus at least on the immediate 1 to 3 years here. But yeah, that's worst case. We all know that that's the worst case. I mean, the best case is, yeah, the AI system does, like you mentioned, trash those awful orders or whatever, non-tipping offers, to Dot or whatever it is, that it's not going to be a massive piece of the pie. Where do you see this going, Phil? Like, what do you think? Is this a massive, massive threat? Are we way off or what?
What I'm really thinking about is like how they're going to be able to like to store everything, keep the upkeep. I just don't see it really working in that way where us drivers might actually possibly just get the edge there and maybe get our jobs back in a way. But that's kind of how I kind of see it, because I don't like to be like a negative Nancy or anything about it, but it's kind of hard for me to actually see that this is actually going to work long term.
There's a storage. So this makes me think of Lime scooters. And if you're interested in any of this gig work, please do subscribe, folks. So drop a like on this video if you appreciate Phil being on the channel as a team contributor here. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. And check out our brand new app, ShiftMate, for iOS, Android, coming soon by the end of the year is the target. That is ShiftMate at shiftmateapp.com. So obviously they're thinking about this stuff. They're like, okay, warehousing. This makes me think of Lime scooters. There was a Lime back in San Diego. You can rent these scooters, on demand, micro mobility it was called. But yes, allocation, putting them back on the roads, servicing these things, independent contractors versus they moved to just W-2, workers to harvest those things. I guess any other concerns with the Dot specifically?
I just had another thought about, instead of like them actually like warehousing it, I wonder if they could actually have like maybe like a certain restaurant that has like high volume. Maybe if they can want to purchase their own or kind of rent their own or something like that, maybe that could work. But then that restaurant would be more responsible to actually take care of the actual product, like it's almost their own basically. But I wondered about that, even though no one said anything, but I wondered.
You're giving DoorDash some more revenue ideas there.
Yes, probably so. Big bucks.
That's great. You know what? Some viewers like you, thank you for subscribing here, we're thinking something like that. Like, okay, where are they going to park and stage? Right? They're going to wait somewhere. Is it always going to be a warehouse? But think about this. If you could have like 3 parked at your restaurant, and then yes, DoorDash might charge a little premium to have like immediate convenience. It's right there. It's ready. Now, it might be able to take other offers, of course, but it's staging at your place there. It doesn't take a huge footprint. I'm really curious about that. I'm wondering, and then maybe if they would let it charge there, because these are all EVs as well, folks. So if they let the restaurant would be the one letting DoorDash, use their electric and charge these things. That would be in the agreement as well. Isn't that fascinating? Dash Forward. This is just a sampling of what they announced. I mean, there's a ton of other stuff in here. What do you think? Is DoorDash crushing? Are they just like reaching? What do you think's going on here?
Well, in business, I think you have to reach. You have to go all out and go forward and innovate. Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind, and someone that was just second and third place is going to go ahead and pass you by. So you definitely got to keep on reaching. Even if it doesn't work, you got to try something. So that's one good thing I do like about the DoorDash updates that they do, or at least they attempt. They're not always good, but at least they're trying something, and maybe they can just, if it's something doesn't work, they can kind of scrub it out and go to like the next thing. But also when we're going back to that dot, yeah, that's a really great thing for maybe 1 to 2 miles, maybe 3. But then you think about the drone delivery, that might be able to go ahead and do the 4, 5, 6 miles and get those low tip orders to no tip orders. But that's all together. That's still kind of has me concerned as a dasher.
Yeah, there's a lot of different nuanced things here. So I appreciate you sharing that. And again, for being on the channel here, Phil, thanks so much.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And again, you got to innovate. Yes, but there's a very unique flavor to this. Like, it's not a company just trying to innovate and improve a product. It's doing all of that while not trying to step on the feet of the very workers that you're also using, these independent contractors. So it's a very tightrope kind of nuance here. So I'm very curious what you think about all of this. It's not just Dot, it's not just AI, but you better believe they were adding AI features to the customer side. They're doing it to the merchant side. And now even more like the Dasher side with a physical device developed in-house. So let's see, is it better, worse than ever, the same as a DoorDash Dasher? But I help you in a lot of different other gig apps. So I hope you appreciated this video and enjoyed it. Drop a like on your way out, and I'll see you soon.